Hello, my dear students. Myself, Devi Professor, welcome you all back to this chemistry class. In this video, I am going to explain you all about the question and answers of chapter 2, that is physical and chemical changes. The first question is given that choose the correct option. Question number 1, that is which of these involves a periodic change? The first option, turning the pages of a book. Second one, cooking food. Third one, a pendulum clock ticking. And the fourth one is lightning striking. The third option, that is a pendulum clock ticking, is the correct option. Second question, which of these is not an indication of a physical change? The options are like this: formation of bubbles, then formation of a new substance, third one absorption of energy, and the fourth one is change in size. The correct option is formation of a new substance. It is not an indication of a physical change, rather it is an indication of a chemical change. Then the question number 3, which of the following correctly categorizes the changes taking place when a baby bird develops from an egg? The first option, slow, irreversible. Second one, fast, chemical. Third one, natural, physical. And the fourth option is periodic and desirable. The correct option is slow and irreversible. The fourth question is energy is absorbed during dash. The options are given like this: respiration. Second one, the freezing of water. Third one, the dissolution of sodium carbonate in water. And the fourth one is the evaporation of water. The correct option is the evaporation of water. Then proceeding to the second question. It's given that classify the following as physical or chemical changes. The first question is crushing a piece of chalk. It is a physical change. Second one, dissolving sugar in water. It is also a physical change. Third one, switching on a bulb. It is also a physical change. Then the fourth one, cooking idli from batter. It is a chemical change. Fifth one, grinding corn into corn flour. It is a physical change. Then the sixth one, knotting a rope. It is a physical change. Seventh one, storing of milk. It is a chemical change. Eighth one, stitching a shirt. It is a physical change. Then the ninth one, painting a wall. It is a physical change. Then 10th one, burning a piece of paper. It is a chemical change. Then comes the 11th one, germination of a seed. It is a chemical change. Then comes 12th one, growing a tomato plant. A chemical change. 13th one, baking bread. It is a physical change. 14th one, chopping up wood. It is also a physical change. And finally, the last one, that is the 15th one, weaving a basket. It is a physical change. Now, proceeding to the third question, that is fill in the blanks. The first one is like this: a change that takes place on its own without action by humans is called a dash change. The blank is to be filled with natural, right? The complete sentence is a change that takes place on its own without action by humans is called a natural change. The second one, a or an dash change benefits us. The blank is to be filled with desirable. The complete sentence is a desirable change benefits us. The third one, in A or N days change, the substance can be brought back to its original condition. The blank is to be filled with physical. Then the sentence becomes like this: in a physical change, the substance can be brought back to its original condition. Now the fourth one, a change in which new substances are formed is called dash change. It is a chemical change. The sentence is a change in which new substances are formed is called a chemical change. Now the fifth blank, that is the last one. Photosynthesis is a dash change. Photosynthesis is a photochemical change. You can also write it as a chemical change. Now proceeding to the fourth question, say if the statements are true or false. The first question goes like this: rusting of iron is a fast process. This statement is false. Now the second one, cutting a tree is an irreversible change. The statement is true. Third question, dissolving salt in water is a reversible change. This statement is also true. Fourth one, evaporation of water is a chemical change. It is false statement. Fifth one, heat, light or electricity is required for a chemical change. The statement is true. Now proceeding to the fifth question, that is, give an example each for the following type of changes. First one, a human-made change, that is building a dam. Second one, a non-periodic change, that is eruption of volcano. Third one, a slow change, that is growth of a plant. A desirable change, that is the fourth one, day and night. Fifth one, an undesirable change, earthquake. Then the next question is given that pick the odd one out. The question number 1 goes like this: boiling an egg, comma, preparing idli, comma, writing a book and baking bread. Here, writing a book is the odd man out. The reason is that it is a physical change. Then the second question, the sun rising, comma, lightning striking, comma, a baby growing up, comma, building a dam. Building a dam is the odd one out here because it is a man-made change. Then third one, fruit rotting, ink spilling, a tree falling, a tree bearing fruit. Ink spilling is the odd man out here because it is a physical change. Next question is given that differentiate between the terms. The first one is reversible and irreversible change. A change that can be reversed so that the original condition or substance is obtained, whereas an irreversible change is a permanent change that cannot be reversed to obtain the original condition. Then comes periodic and non-periodic changes. A change that takes place at regular intervals is called periodic change, and a change whose timing cannot be predicted is a non-periodic change. Then comes short answer questions. The first question goes like this: give an example each of desirable and an undesirable change not mentioned in this lesson. Its answer is that change of seasons is desirable, whereas formation of cyclones is undesirable change. The next question, why is heating an iron rod a physical change? It is because the change is temporary, reversible, and no new substance is formed. Next question. What is rusting? What are the conditions necessary for rusting to take place? Formation of a reddish coating on the surface of iron objects is called rusting, right? Then it takes place in the presence of moisture and atmospheric oxygen. The next question. What kind of change is respiration? What happens during respiration? Respiration is a physical as well as chemical change. The last question, that is, what is the reaction of quicklime with water classified as a chemical change? I repeat the question. Why is the reaction of quicklime with water classified as a chemical change? Dear students, when quicklime reacts with water, then it forms calcium hydroxide. A new substance is formed, therefore, it is a chemical change. My dear students, I hope that you all understood the contents of this video. Thank you all for watching and learning from this video.